And we have got a great guest with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend. Talk to us a bit about yourself.
Hi, well, I am Audrey Queen, a.k.a. the Queen of Darkness, and I'm the lead singer of Bullet to the Heart from Chicago, Illinois.
That is awesome. Talk to us a little bit about how the band got started as a group and everything.
So, Draven and I have been, the drummer and I, we've been in a band for 11 years together. That's how we met through the band. My cousin, because he was in a band with him, then he dropped, and then we got in a band together. We were under a different name for a while, and then we decided in 2017 to grab up our members that we have, which was Brian and Tom at the time, but now we have 6. And we started that in 2017, and since then we have toured. We have played all around the Chicago area. We've headlined House of Blues Chicago. We went down and played House of Blues in San Antonio. And hang on, sorry. There's a lot of interference.
It's got to be on your end because it's not on mine. But nobody's here to hear about the interference. They're here to hear about you. Talk to us a little bit about when you guys go on the road, what kind of reaction you guys get to your music.
So it's usually really good. It's like a really good reaction because we do so much like promoting and marketing that usually people know like what they're going into, or they'll like check us out beforehand because they're like, oh, we've never seen you on a bill, so we decided to check you out. And we usually get like a really good response. We get people moving, we get people up and like clapping, and just like they usually know 1 or 2 songs. Right now the biggest one is Revenant. Everybody seems to know Revenant, so it's a really awesome response, and I just love it every time.
That is awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live, Bullet to the Head, joins us here on our Sunday radio show. So talk to us a little bit about where we can find your music, download your music, support the band, everything.
So the easiest way is to go to our Facebook page, because in our bio we have a Linktree link that will literally take you everywhere. We're on Twitch, we're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple. You can find our big cartel where you can buy our merch, and right now we are taking pre-orders for our latest EP coming out in August, Trauma, so you can pre-order your copy there, and you can just get a ton of different merch and support us that way.
Awesome. So you brought it up. Let's talk about Trauma. That is a great collection of music. Talk to me a little bit about this and some of the ideas behind this album.
So our latest EP will be entitled Trauma. It is coming out August 2nd of this year, and it basically follows the 4 trauma responses, which is fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And then there's an extra track, Remedy, which is at the end, like you go through all of these trauma responses in life, and then Remedy kind of sums it up with, even though you've been through all of this trauma, it doesn't define you, and you can move on from that trauma. So I kind of wanted to play off of that, and just like stemming from my own personal trauma and like what other people would go through with these different trauma responses. But then in the end, it's like, just because you're going through it doesn't mean it completely controls you or defines you, and you can get over it and you can live your life to the fullest.
Fantastic. Bullet to the Head with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. So what has been the response to your music online or social media? Talk to us about this.
So our last EP got a really great response, Death, Oddities, and Romance. It ended up, I think it was, last time I checked, was a little over 500,000 streams in total. So we're getting a really good response. And then on YouTube, we're at I think 2,200 subscribers, and Revenant on there is 145K. We released Fight not that long ago. That's at 63K right now. So it's getting a really good response, and I think people are really listening to it. And because like it's a new era of us, because every album we try to just do something different. So this next EP is like, so far it's had a really great response.
That is awesome. That is fantastic. So we have got your latest single, Fight. Talk to us a little bit about Fight, and then we're going to play it here in a few moments.
All right, so Fight is, when I was writing Fight, I wanted, like I said, the trauma response fight, which is you will fight to protect yourself no matter what it is. So I took into account that trauma response, but then I also kind of like put it towards like, how I think about the trauma response, which is like, yeah, you're gonna fight somebody, but like in the end, you're even though you're fighting with them, you're not seeing their side, so you don't know if they're fighting with you from their trauma. So it's kind of like almost acknowledging like, hey, we're both angry, but at the same time, maybe we're angry because we don't see each other's viewpoints or we don't see each other's trauma. And that's what I kind of wrote fight about, is just like that response. But then at the same time, it's like maybe we're fighting because we don't really understand each other.
That is awesome. Well, we are going to do this. We are going to place you on a brief hold here on Skype, and when we come back, we will have more. Right now, it's Bullet to the Head with Fight, and you are joining us here on the Sunday Radio Show. Bullet to
This
the
is my
head.
favorite tuning plugin for vocals.
I know. It's my favorite tuning plug-in for the vocals as well. Bullet to the Head joins us back here live on our big broadcast, and you just heard their latest. And that is a fantastic video. Let's talk a little bit about the music video. Tell me a little bit more about this.
So the whole concept of the video is we wanted to kind of read like a movie. So we have this red door because throughout the rest of the videos that we're going to do, we're going to go to the different realms that the different trauma responses are in. So the more like stripped down version of me is with like the bra top and the shorts. That's the like the person like eliciting the trauma response, which is fight.
That's
and then you have the trauma demon that's in the mask, and that is like each trauma response will have its own demon, and that demon is like trying to pull them into the trauma response, trying to get them to do that trauma response so that they can create more trauma and more chaos. And so each video will have their own trauma demon. And we just released Freeze, and Freeze has their own trauma demon. She's like in a ice realm, whereas this one's like in the fire realm. So we wanted to show kind of that duality, and then we wanted to show the characters of the band right now. Draven is Death. Brian is the magician, and Six is justice. So we base those on like tarot cards and what's going on in the universe. And of course, Six is a demon from hell, obviously. So we wanted to show that like trauma response and the trauma demon, and trying that like duality between the two of them.
That is amazing. Bullet to the Head joins us today here on our big program, and you can find them on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Bullet to the Head, Bullet to the Heart Band. So you guys put a lot in to this music video. Talk to me a little bit about what the process was like from filming and getting all the costumes together, the various scenes. Talk to me about that whole thing.
So we usually, after we write a song, we sit down with our videographer, and he's been our videographer from the conception of us, Akash Hans. We sit down with him, and he was also a musician at one point, so he kind of looks at the lyrics, and we sit down with him and we think, how do we want, based on the lyrics, based on the imagery of the lyrics, what do we want to show, what do we want to do? So we sit down and we storyboard, and I knew for this one, because it's the trauma responses, I definitely was like, I want a stripped down version, like doing the trauma response. And then I don't know how it came about, but Draven and I really like Sleep Token, and we took a lot of inspiration from Vessel and like his mask, and we were like, what if we did like these masked demons? And we started looking around, and we found someone to do like a custom mask for Fight. And we were like, why don't we go with the demon idea? The demon's got a mask on. You can't see who they are, because we wanted to differentiate between like the stripped down version and then this other version. Because we didn't want it to be like, is this Audrey or is this Audrey? Like, we didn't want to show the eyes. We wanted to almost make it inhuman and like it wasn't me. So we were like, how can we do that? Mask was the very first thing. So we were like, okay, let's do the stripped down version. That was like my portion, and then like Draven and Akash were like, let's do this like otherworldly, like the demonic version. And we just kind of, when we're picking the locations, it's just like, what would fit to the story? What would look good on camera? What would make it like more like cinematic, like not music video, but like movie type? And then we kind of look around the area. I know we shot some of the shots like in our backyard. So it was just like all what would fit with like the theme and like the lyrics that we were thinking. And then that we do a shot list, and then sometimes like in the moment we go and we find other shots to do. So it's all just like also the heat of the moment of like, what do we want to do? What do we want to convey? And then it like all comes together.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live here on our big broadcast. So what is the whole process of putting this video together? How many days did that take exactly?
So it can take, to storyboard, it usually takes a couple of days to storyboard and find location, but like sometimes it'll take weeks just of like planning, getting on everybody's schedule, getting like the team together, because like I have a makeup artist, I have to make sure my makeup artist is free, we have to gather material, so sometimes it can take weeks or like months. I mean, we filmed these 2 music videos, I think, at the beginning of the year, and they're just now coming out, and we're thinking of filming another music video, and we've been taking like a couple of weeks to like get costumes together, get the concept down. So it takes a couple days for like the storyboarding, but like it takes weeks to get on everybody's schedule and actually go out and film the music video.
That is amazing. We have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live here on our big program. So what is next for you and the band?
Well, after we release this EP, we're going to just get back into the studio and record some more music and switch it up and maybe think of different concepts or other ways that we want to move forward.
This music video is amazing. What's been the feedback you've gotten on it so far?
So far, people have really liked it. They like the demon. They like the chorus. They like the video. I know a lot of people like love the video. I think that's like the one thing we get a lot of like attraction and like applause on is the videos, and it's because we have a good videographer that updates his equipment and updates his softwares and makes sure that he's on top of everything that's in the now. So I mean, people loved it. I know people love that I'm screaming now. I'm doing a little bit of growling and screaming, but they always love my natural singing voice. So people are like, we want to hear more of that. And then I was like, okay, here's Freeze. And now people are like, oh, yes, we love this. So it's just got a really great response. Like, per usual, we have such a good, like, fan base and, like, bloodline. So it's very heartwarming to just see such a big and just, like, loving response to it.
That is amazing. Well, keep up the good work with everything. We look forward to chatting with you as we move forward. This has been fun. I really appreciate you making time for us today.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. Well, there she goes, and that is Bullet to the Heart. And she joins us today here on our big broadcast. You can get a hold of us online over there at JiggyJaguar.com. That is JIGGYJaguar.com. And you can find us each and every Sunday over there at the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Live on Twitch today, also live on our website, JiggyJaguar.com. 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Well, let's do this. Let's go to our